Hi everybody, welcome back to Backroads Living. Charles here. In today's video we're going to be talking about the extreme heat in the western part of the United States and other things. As preppers we need to be prepared for anything, not just man-made disasters but natural disasters and anything that comes or anything that happens. So this definitely is something that our friends out in the western part of the United States need to keep an eye on. I want to read a little bit from a couple of articles. The first one is the one here from Zero Hedge. It says 67 wildfires spread across 10 states in the U.S. West. The National Energy Fire Center reports 67 large wildfires burned across 10 parched western states on Tuesday, and the largest is in southern Oregon, already threatened to cut power in California. So that's just crazy. What can you say? 10 states in the western part of the United States has wildfires raging across them. It's just unthinkable almost to think that we have that kind of drought going on in the western states. And the thing about it is, it's threatening to cut off the power to California, the main power lines that come into the state. So these are things that folks who live in California, if you live there, these are things you need to take into consideration. Do you have your preps ready? Do you have your food put back? Do you have your secondary source of lighting available? Your water? Those kind of things, because you have to remember, if the power's cut off, then the water plants won't be able to purify water. And it's always of great necessity that you have a source of water of some kind, or even with that, depending on the source of water you have, you may need water filtration. So keep that in mind. Always have a water filter or water filtration source of some kind handy, just in case. We never know when the water could be polluted. Even freshwater streams, whether it be freshwater lakes, no matter what it is, these things can always be polluted, and especially by fires like this, dropping ash in these lakes and streams, they could just be full of that stuff. So keep that in mind. And this article says that nearly 918 acres have burned in 67 large fires across the United States. New large fires were reported in Arizona, California, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon. Type 1 and Type 2 incident management teams have been assigned to 24 large fires or complexes, and more than 14,200 wildland firefighters and support personnel are assigned to these incidents. Record temperatures continue across many states, so it's important to remember that we all play a valuable role in wildfire prevention, and we need to do that regardless of the time of year, in the summer especially, but especially right now. As dry as it has been in the west, buddy, just anything will spark up a fire out there. That place is as dry as kindling, and it will just ignite at the drop of a hat, as the old saying is. So be excessively careful out there. It says the fires erupted as much of the western half of the U.S. is plagued with a mega drought and back-to-back heat waves. This has created the perfect storm of conditions that are fueling dangerous fires. These mega droughts, back-to-back mega droughts, we talked about earlier that California had already cut off the water supply to a lot of the growers. There's going to be a lot of things that take place because of this stuff, folks. It's not just going to be the wildfires and the smoke and that kind of stuff. This is going to affect the produce as well. The produce that goes out throughout the United States, not just California. They grow a tremendous amount of our produce every year, so keep that in mind as well. These mega droughts are affecting that, and we just need to realize that we've got to be prepared for these things that are coming. We've got things coming down the line that we have got to be ready for. If we don't, we're going to suffer. It's just really that simple. The latest fire is the Bootleg Fire in southern Oregon. As of Tuesday at 12 Eastern Time, the fire has burned 202,000 acres and threatens major transmission lines that feed power into Northern California. So again, There we go, hearing them talking about the power lines that are feeding California, the major power lines, threatening taking them out. So, folks, if those power lines go down, you're going to see blackouts all across the state of California, and you need to be ready for that kind of thing. California and other surrounding states are plagued with a mega drought, continuing heat wave, water shortages, fears of rolling blackouts. There they've mentioned the water shortages again, the rolling blackouts. And they say that this is a fire season that could be one for the record books. And it sounds like that's what it's probably going to be. We have a map right here I'm going to enlarge for you. The current U.S. wildfire map shows dozens of fires spreading across the western states. Now these fires, as you can see on this map, they are everywhere. Everywhere across the western states out there. And then when you move out from the western states in here into this area through here, this place and down in through Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, and these areas through here, they have been flooded with rain. We have had rain right here in Kentucky. We've had rain every day, seems like, for a solid week. My mother-in-law sent tomatoes over here just a few days ago that she had picked out of her garden, and the tomatoes she sent, 2 out of 3 were rotting in the center of them. We just basically threw away the 2 that was rotting, got just a little bit of meat off of them, but not enough to even mention. There was 1 out of the 3 that was fit to eat. So too much rain will cause this stuff to rot on the vines, and not enough rain, of course, you won't get any vegetables or fruit or anything else from it. So we're seeing 2 extremes right now. We're seeing extreme heat in the west out here, and we're seeing extreme rain in the south, especially the south. I was listening to Danny from Deep South Homestead the other day. He lives down in the what is that? Is he in Mississippi? He lives in the Mississippi area through there, and he said they had had more rain this month than he had ever known on record, and he keeps very meticulous records of all this stuff. He said he hadn't been able to mow his yard since the rains began, and he said that was just not something that they had ever experienced in the 30 years they'd lived on that particular piece of property. So, folks, there's a lot of things going on around the country. The weather patterns are changing. I don't know what's going on with them. Don't know why they're changing. It looks like the jet stream is dropping lower and lower and causing just a lot of things to happen. Just a lot of crazy patterns out there right now. And just be careful. Be careful and be prepped, because there's a lot going on. Now, don't forget, we do have a new channel over on locals.com. The link to that is in the description box below. We will be talking, I'll be doing a video over there, and I don't know if I'll do it this evening or not, maybe tomorrow, about the HHS and how they are affecting the local health departments and reaching out to citizens throughout the rural community, and talking about the comment that Vice President Harris made about the common folks. So keep that in mind, and hop over there and join us, and we'll be discussing those things in another video. So God bless you all, and take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video.